Hey there.
Cave Corral. Ring of Salonen. Plus 1 first level, plus 2 first level spell use, 2 third level spell uses. Bro.
Yeah?
Man, that was cool.
I'm ready.
She's made out of paper. Dead Set with 358 viewers! Oh my god! What? Holy shit, brother! Oh my lord! Can I get some love in chat for Dead Set? And Dead Set, welcome! Thank you very much for that, host. Do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome to everybody watching from Dead Set. My name is Shino7. I play a variety of games, mostly franchises playthroughs, and mostly always blind on the hardest difficulty that I can tolerate. Pretty much always the hardest one, but in these type of games, not really. And yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day today. Edu, can you possibly give a caster command for Dead Set, please? Just finish your run. Oh, dude. Lucky bastard. I'm still working my way through the game. I probably will not be able to play on release. Well, I mean, by probably, I mean definitely not. But I'll try my best to play it as soon as possible. Dude, amazing. What difficulty were you on? What character were you playing? Let me know. What's going on?
Good.
What's happening, man? Guys, please do it for me. Give some love to Dead Set. Hop over to his channel, his or her channel. Give that beautiful human being a follow and some love. Yeah, what difficulty and what class were you playing? I'm super curious. And also, are you importing your save into the sequel or you're starting fresh? Because it seems to be pretty divided here. Like, people are saying, seem to be saying that they're gonna maybe go for like a fresh start or something. You know what, guys? I kind of am curious to go here. I know we could go for the Durford, but I'm kind of curious to go here and see what happens. Let's do it. Craggold Bluffs. We're probably gonna die, but I'm curious. And curiosity killed the cat. So, yeah. This should be interesting. This should be super interesting. First run in with CRPGs in a while, so I did a normal run. Oh, gotcha. Chanter Tank as main. Ah, that's awesome, dude. That is super good. I played Tyranny right before this, so I felt comfortable playing on hard. I did Tyranny on the hard as well, but honestly, even this game on hard seems too easy to me. But I think like Path of the Dam would be way too hard. Like there needs to be like some place in between. Ether, Alaf, Durance, Pelagina. That's my party right now. The only maybe difference is Heravius. Who did you have instead of Heravius?
Be cautious. Be conscious.
Bubble rises from the depths of a murky, sludgy stew. The few bones in the pot have been picked clean, and they float amidst swirling globules of grease. Ugh. That's supposed to sound good, but it doesn't sound good at all. Okay, there's nothing to the left. Exceptional. Okay. Turning it up for the sequel? Awesome, man. Dude, I'm excited to know what you think of the sequel. Uh-oh. That seems way harder than I thought it would be. Oh, like way harder. Way.
You fit to work. Unite. Our Douglas Valiant isn't doing so well.
Well. Yeah, we're not ready to go there. We're not ready to go there. Nope. No, we're not. Okay, that's it. Thank you so very much, man, for that host. Do appreciate it. You're awesome. And, yeah, dude, enjoy the sequel. Enjoy the sequel. For sure. Yeah, no, I can't. No. Oh, yeah. RIP? You think? Yeah, we're not. We're not high enough level to be there. Good try, at least. I'm not even sure that was a good try. I'm not even sure that was a try. Like, it just felt like they just, like, walked up to me and just murdered me. As hard as it could possibly do it. Hey, the tower's completed. Let's start something else. Let's start, let's do... the botanical garden. Sure.
So those
Sure.
feathers, that's a blessing of Helia?
So they say.
Well, that's lucky. Where I'm from, we see a feathered lady, we start worrying maybe her dad got frisky with his hens.
I guess you can always trust a farm boy's head to go there first. Be cautious.
Oh,
Be
God.
constant.
I wonder if there's a way to make Pelagina more sturdy. Oh. Oh, look at that. Cool. Cool. Now let's explore this town. Aus Harengard. Am I to understand that there's a guy named Harand that controls this location? Some ruins. Anything to the right? Durforge Crossing. Cool. Very cool. Grieving Mother. The woman looks briefly through you as if she doesn't know you're there. This middle-aged peasant woman is dressed in a brown leather cloth draped down to her knees. Her hands are working at separating stringy, colorless vegetables in a pile before her, stripping the heads off the long fibrous stems with a paring knife. She discards the stems one by one, placing the heads of the vegetables into a small cradle-like basket in front of her. She doesn't greet you as you approach. You're not sure she even knows you're there. Excuse me? The woman doesn't respond. She keeps stripping the heads from the vegetables with a steady rhythm. She may be deaf. There's no indication she heard you. Study the woman. At first glance, she seems nothing more than a middle-aged woman, unremarkable, maybe less stern than most, who seems more focused on the weaving in her lap than her surroundings. Yet you suddenly notice she's not stripping the vegetables before her any longer. She's weaving. And the vegetable pots are now missing. She still pays you no mind, her brown locks torn and snagged from lack of washing, like many of the townsfolk you've seen. There's a strange blur to her. Even the motions of her hands seem to be playing with threads that lack color, in a shape that lacks interest. It may be that she is half-minded or deaf, but something feels wrong. As you watch her knitting takes on an odd cadence, and you have a terrible suspicion that something lurks beneath what your eyes are showing you. Focus on a woman. Her brown hair is long, almost impossibly to the length of her hands. As you follow the streams of her locks downwards, the hairs become long and black, splitting off into threads of black and silver and wrapping around her hands. She is forming a soul cradle with the threads, braiding a net in front of you, each finger long and sharp like a series of knitting needles, almost hypnotic. The silver and black strands of her hair weave together, with silver predominating as a highlight, the black shadowing it. And suddenly, you're calm. You're in a plateau, almost the height of a tower, several stories high. The plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding it in all direction, a forest, hazy with mists. Although, whether it is an actual mist or distance, or a recollection. Resting in the curve of a natural arch before you is a great copper bell, half again the size of a man, hanging at attention, as if looking down on you in the event unfolding before you. The plateau is soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you. You feel different, not disembodied, but you feel your body, your physical contours have changed along with the surroundings. And you hear a soft series of chimes, like wind chimes. At the sound, the scene gains color and texture, as if the sound is beckoning you gently forth, filling your senses and thoughts, like mist roiling softly into a sealed chamber. And focus on the chimes. The chime coaxes you deeper into the memory, and you're certain it is a memory, a warm one. You are on the stone of the plateau, your knees on the warm texture of the ground, silver, white, shimmering like Adra? The plateau is formed of it, glistening in the sun. You can feel the heat of your skin, your wrists, and your hands. Your hands are in motion. Story time, yeah. Weaving, not thread, but gathering. Tenderly moving along the first movements of Bharat's wheel. Your hands are wet. Your hands are upon the flesh of a newborn child, and you can feel the crowning of his tiny head turning in your grip, its head slick, wet from the womb. The hands you are wearing, inhibiting, I've done this many times, and they are practiced and confident. You can feel distant pains in your own head as the head emerges, a stream of fluid from the womb helping the newborn slide forth, and a woman's labored breathing crying out. Am I giving birth? Holy shit! Focus on the child, the movement of your hands. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes, clear, cutting through the haze of memory. You cannot see where they are coming from, but they are close, and they are meant as a comfort. Of that you are certain. Draw the child forth, and coaxed by your hands, every movement causing the chimes to sound again. Almost eagerly, the child comes forth. As it does, your hands are in motion, weaving, moving along the length of a soft, wet rope. No, an umbilical cord from the legs of the naked woman before you. You are holding a small child, still wet from the womb. Before you, the child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul. The ringing of chimes echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges, as if you are viewing a soul from within a soul. But it is there, it is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out for it. Surrender the child. No, I was the one delivering the child. I was not giving birth. Okay. You surrender the child to her, something you've done many times before. And as your hands move, the chimes echo the movement, and you realize the chimes are hanging from cords on your wrists. And where once they echoed in the memory, they are now echoing in the child's mind as well. The chimes are intended to welcome the child, to be its first gentle greeting into the world, a soothing sound guided by the tender motions of your wrists. You are helping to weave its thoughts, its perceptions, and the experience. The experience. The woman laughs in a ragged joy, laughing from a parched throat. Her emotion seems soothed, but the physical demands of labor have left her exhausted. But the child is here, the child is safe, and all atop the plateau is peaceful, calm, distant, flattening out as the memory persists. Slowly pull back, retreat from the memory. With effort, the scene bleeds of color, and your mind becomes your own again. There is no pull, no anchor, yet the sound of the chimes remain, as they existed in the memory. They sound here as well, and they are hanging from woman's braids on the wrists of the woman before you. Even as your head is spinning from the touch of her mind, the sound of the chimes on her wrists is sharp and clear, as if coaxing you back to the real world. The woman still sits before you, but she's nothing like what you first saw. She's wearing black, shredded garments that drape over her form like streamers. Her hair is the streaks of black and run through with silver. Her age is almost impossible to tell. She simply feels old, like a crumbled watchtower. As she lifts her head to face you, you see that her hair is draped across the front of her face like a veil. What you first saw of her was a mental glamour of sorts, unconscious, and you realize what you see is not what the world sees, and you are perhaps the first to see her true self. Still, you don't see a threat in the realization. If anything, you feel a sense of relief from the figure. You can hear her thoughts, and she's glad to at least be seen. Who are you?
I am seen, but the eyes of others do not remember. You were the first to see me as I am, the call stripped aside.
There is a light touch on your mind, a caress, and her left hand mirrors the motion of the touch, reaching up to the air between you. You hear the chime on her wrist sound softly. Her hand moves as if pantomiming, resting on your cheek at a distance, and she speaks softly and slowly.
Your memories. Cadence of wheels on a caravan track. Fever. Questions by running water. Violence in a night's campfire. Arrows in the dark. And fleeing. Falling rock and cracking stone. And a storm.
Hold on, guys.
The storm.
Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, apologies for that. For those of you that don't know and just joining us, my girlfriend Van has pneumonia, and she's had pneumonia for the past 2 days, and she's not feeling super well right now. So that's why she walked in the office because she was sort of pale, and she was saying that she was not feeling great. So like I just took some time off to go talk to her and see how she's, you know, where her head's at and how she is. And we'll see. Like she's gonna wait and see how it goes. If she really feels too bad, we'll have to go to the doctors. So I might have to like cut the stream short today, go, you know, with her to the doctor, and then stream again only tonight. But for now we're good. So we're gonna continue this. If you see me stop the stream again, my apologies. I'm just gonna, you know, go talk to her, and I'll be back. All right. So let's go back to this. Your memories, a cadence of wheels on a caravan track, fever, questions by running water, blah, 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 the storm. So she remembers the beginning of the game, essentially.
The storm that brushed you, did its screaming wake you from your mind's cradle? Your memory of it is painful.
Yeah,
Cry is
poor Van.
difficult to ignore. It's like a child. Many children crying out.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. She really appreciates the support too. She's been watching the stream like sort of ish in the in the living room. So yeah. But hey, guys, thank you so much, guys. You're amazing. You know what? I'm gonna do my soundboard. It's just because if I press the button whilst in game, it's gonna pick one of the decisions, and I don't want it. Love you guys. Love you guys so much. Thank you very much for the support, guys. I encountered a Beowick, yes, and it did something to me. Her hand withdraws shyly, the chime sounding softly once again. The woman stands uncertainly, as if she has been sitting for some time, or is too weak to bear her own weight. You notice her cheekbones are tight, her face gaunt. Yet while her stance is weak, she seems determined to stand before you.
You are able to see me.
It is almost a question. You suddenly realize she doesn't seem to know what you saw when you looked at her. The image on the plateau, yet the image was so clear, so sharp, you're surprised she didn't feel you there.
To see me is a rare gift. A watcher's gift.
It felt like a pathway between our minds, but strange, gentle.
So many questions, thoughts whirling like storm winds. That storm still roars through you, deep beneath your thoughts, yet muted and secret, like an underground river. You cannot tell if it is carving new channels, or eroding what keeps your true strength buried. The fact that you could hear it at all, survive it, is something few have ever done. Your power will grow stronger with each soul you touch, as it allowed you to reach out to mine.
There is a silence, and although it seems to last for but a heartbeat, in your thoughts it stretches out between the two of you, like a pole between your minds. You blink, take a breath, and then you realize she wants to ask you a question, yet can't form the words, as if assembling them is painful, or there are simply not enough pieces. Assemble the thought. Do you wish to travel with me? You feel a wave of fear, gusted with the strength of relief, although oddly your expression does not change. Then fear dissipates and you feel strength and certainty, as if the plateau from your memory lies beneath you and a calm sky looks down upon you. She's a cipher. We don't need her though, because I'm already a cipher. But it's interesting, for sure. I'll have to see what her quest is, like what her solo quest is, and then we'll try and complete it, because I want to complete all the side quests. This is going to be a 100% playthrough, guys. So we're absolutely playing through the entire game, every side quest, everything we can complete before playing the sequel. Yeah, that's the Jerwood Crossing. It's fine. Oh, Pilgrim's Crown. Great. Cool. Another one.
There's something you don't see every day.
Hey, another rope and grappling hook. We just used ours. That's gonna be perfect. A word traveler. I only require a moment.
Well met, friend.
The guard gives you an appraising eye. You certainly come to Durford, I take it. I don't suppose you saw a young elven noblewoman on the road. I'm stuck in this wretched place with the rest of my unit until we find her. Who's she? Lady Alis. He bites his lips. She's the daughter of Lord Nestor Arryn, and she's gone missing. He sighs. Perhaps you could go speak with Lord Harren at the inn. You'll be grateful for the assistance, and it could be the villagers will open up to you more than they have to us. Okay.
Nice and quiet.
So we're looking for a missing woman. Nothing in that direction. Cowled man. Wait, does this go further up? No, it doesn't. Never mind. Let's talk about these guys. The cowled people.